everyone, welcome again to GSMCT. So, yes, I went to the cinema, luckily for me, and I have watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, I am gonna be just giving you guys my review, and I'm gonna try my very best to stay away from spoilers. But hey, there is no way you're gonna be giving a review without at least dropping one or two over there, because then it wouldn't be a review. Because what are you gonna talk about? But let's get into this. So the movie starts, with Peter drinking and all of that. Okay, let's go back. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. So it starts that way. I'm just gonna tell you guys about the start. So it starts that way, by the way. But in general, this movie was absolutely emotional. It was emotional, but at the same time comedic. So it was not a movie that you sit down the whole of the time and it's just emotionally draining. There is some comedic funny scenes, funny, it is also humorous. So it has humor in it. It's not only just sadness the whole of the time. But when it gets to the emotional scenes, oh my God, I couldn't hold my tears. No, because it gets in there, like it really gets in your feeling. Like I feel like there were a lot of people in the theater probably crying, and I wasn't the only one. Because yes, I am not gonna lie and say I didn't cry, especially with a rocket scene. Oh my God, especially they have like these flashbacks where you actually see what happened and even how Rocket got to be Rocket. I'm gonna say, damn, the movie was, it was something. It was something. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was what watching. And also in this particular movie, things are different between Peter and Gomorrah. So yes, they are not romantically involved like before, because this Gomorrah is not actually Peter's Gomorrah. So this is a different Gomorrah. So yeah, if you're going over there thinking, oh, it's gonna be like the before, no, it's not. It's absolutely different, which brings us into a new limelight. Now, at first, I thought the biggest villain was going to be Adam Warlock, because I was actually expecting to have two villains, but I was not expecting the high evolutionary to be the biggest villain in this movie. But Adam, I'm gonna say the part Adam played was just chaotic. It was just a chaotic, child in conclusion. That's what I'm gonna say. He mostly make a mess and just up and leaves. So I was actually thinking Adam was gonna probably maybe be the one that is gonna have the last fight, but be the main villain of this whole movie. But it turns out Adam wasn't the main villain of this. I mean, he does some chaotic things. He's a villain in the movie, but it was not really a big boom, kind of scene that he acted. The evolutionary, in the other hand, the high evolutionary, in the other hand, this guy is a manic, an absolutely a-hole. Like the way he touches animals and things that couldn't harm him, and the way he carries himself, literally, you would want to jump into that screen and try to be one of them guardians, I swear. Like, I remember when he grabbed Adam, when Adam was saying something was wrong with him. He grabbed him, like lift him up in midair without even with hands, just smashed him to the wall, literally almost breaking the goddamn steel wall. And all because they knew about Rocket's existence and they didn't tell him. Like, this man was cruel, like cruel, if you watch the movie. All because they didn't tell him about Rocket. He literally threatened to destroy their civilization if they didn't go get Rocket for him. His smart raccoon. Because that is what Rocket is for this guy. And Rocket is actually very smart. And you get to see Rocket actual live. It was terrifying. Like this man was like experimenting on wicked creatures. I'm not even gonna play with you guys. But most of the movies, you get flashbacks, and I feel like maybe it's a little bit of a spoiler if we're getting all these flashbacks. But hey, it did work. It actually worked. But I'm gonna say when it comes to Rocket in this movie, ah, you could imagine this little raccoon thing going through a lot, and he was not the only one. I'm gonna say one of the favorite scene that I saw, and it was very emotional because Rocket looking at those tiny raccoons. He gets to rescue like tiny raccoons. I know I dropped a little bit of a spoiler there. I mean, you cannot say anything without dropping at least a teeny bit of a spoiler when you are doing a review. It's gonna have to come out. It was when he rescued those tiny raccoons. I feel like he just saw himself in those tiny things. He saw himself and he did a lot. But the ending, oh my God, the way it ended, oh, I don't want to spoil the experience for you guys. I'm trying my best to hold it that I don't give you all the whole tea. But I'm gonna have to say, James Gunn actually did a very beautiful work, in this movie. I'm gonna have to give it to him. I absolutely love the movie, and I heard that this movie has been making a lot of millions the first week that it came out. Like, yeah, I can see why. I can absolutely see why it's. They said it literally surpassed Shazam, so you can imagine that. So, yeah, it did make a lot more than Shazam, and I kind of do understand why it would make more. I mean, this is Guardians of the Galaxy. Shazam is more for, you know, family movie. Everybody can watch. I mean, this is also, but hey, there are some scenes I wouldn't let kids watch because it is. I would say probably this movie should be around the age of 12 and up, and not lower because nah. In the other hand, Shazam, you get all these magical creatures. There is not really a very, very violent scene that, that would affect kids like that, apart from the punching and the beating up. But apart from that, I'm gonna say the movie was absolutely beautiful, emotional, and yes, I cried a lot. And I'm definitely rating this movie a 5 star. And I'm gonna say this, I was kind of expecting a lot from this movie. I'm not gonna lie and say I wasn't expecting a lot from Guardians of the Galaxy, because I was. And I am gonna say this, when this movie is out for rental, I am definitely gonna do reaction video as I normally do, you guys know. And even today, I'm working on another reaction video that I'm going to be putting up there. I hope I don't get a lot of copyright from that movie, because that's most of the reason why I'm not doing so much anymore. Because it takes like days before you get the, perfect one that doesn't get copyright, and then you do a whole reaction video about it. So with that being said, I'm going to say this. You guys let me know what you think about the movie itself. If you have watched it in the cinema, put your commentary in the comment section. Let me know how you actually felt about this movie, because yes, it was comedic. It has a lot of humor and funny scenes, but also very emotional scenes. I'm not, like I said before, very, very emotional scenes that I don't even want to talk about in here. But one of the scenes also being the part where Rocket, and high evolutionary, he was trying to solve this equation that they had on the, like, I don't want to spoil a lot about this movie, but what I'm gonna say is it is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you can go and see it. But once this movie is released to the public as rental, or if I can purchase it, you best believe I'm gonna be doing a reaction video to it. I tried to do a reaction video for Shazam, but I worked so hard I couldn't get it without the copyright. So I couldn't do the Shazam uh you know reaction video. But let's hope that this one I'm gonna be capable to doing it when it's actually released to the public. Now with that being said, let me know what you think about this review, and if I gave you a little bit of hope, and if this movie my review does meet your expectations to go and actually see this movie in person, let me know in the commentary section. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna say this. Thank you all for being here. Do not forget to press that like button and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.
Someday, I'm gonna make great machines that fly. And me and my friends are gonna go flying together.
It really is good to have friends.
Mudskipper's bombed my home.
Bo, we've got company. Listen to me. You have to get out of there.
That's a lot.